Hello, welcome to the Japa Yoga, and thank you for joining me in this session today. The practice for today is about the Vishuddha Chakra, the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. The throat chakra is the bridge between the mind and the heart. So I prepared a class, a sequence of yoga asanas to help us balance the mind, the thoughts, and the heart, to connect to our truth and help us to in a self-expression way. And the first thing that I want you to do is just relax all the muscles of your face. So the muscles of our faces are connected to the vagus nerve that is responsible for to tone our parasympathetic nervous system. So the muscles of your face relaxed help to calm down your nervous system. We will start with one pranayama called Brahmari breathing. The humming bee breathing, it's a sound of a humming or a bee in our throat, and we do this sound every exhalation with the lips sealed. So we inhale through your nose and we promote the sound of a humming bee, like a like a bee in the back of our throat. So we don't open our lips, we just make this sound. So I invite you to sit tall with your spine aligned and take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth, or just relax all the muscles of your body. So take a deep breath through your nose and set out through your mouth. One more time. Inhale through your nose, close your eyes if you want, and set out through your mouth. Last time, inhale through your nose, and a big set out. Clear the path in your throat. We can start with this Brahmari breathing in a very simple way. There is some ways to perform this pranayama, but we are going to do a very simple one. Just relax with your hands over your thighs or whatever feels very comfortable for you. And then we take an inhalation through your nose, and the next exhalation is going to be the humming bee sound in our throat. So inhale through your nose, and then we start. We can do 3 more times. Inhale through your nose. Couple more. And the last one. Slowly come back, open your eyes or not, keep them closed if you want. Just notice if you can feel any shift in your body, perhaps your heart beating different than before, or if you feel more focused here, your mind's more present. And keep it connect with your breath. Find a connection with your breath and keep this in mind during your own all practice today. Keep this connection with your breath during the asanas all time. Thinking about your throat is a clear path for your thoughts and your heart and everything that comes between these two parts comes through your the throat, your mouth, and then you can use the air to clear this path. Be prepared to start our movements now. You can be seated over your cushion or not, and then stay with your legs crossed, or if you can sit with your knees on the ground and legs parallel to each other, you can very welcome to do so. From here, take a deep breath and exhale. And then next time, inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, release arms alongside your body. Couple more this way. Inhale, arms overhead. And then release arms alongside your body. Last time, inhale, arms to the sky. And then release the right hand down and side bend towards your right. Keep your sit bones on the mat and side bend just the torso towards your right. Keep breathing here and feel this extension in your left side of your body. Just awaken some parts of your body. Internal organs in your right is going to be very massaged right now. So keep breathing here. And then next inhalation, lift both hands over your head. And drop the left hand down and side bend towards your left. Same thing here. Keep the sit bones, both of them, touching the ground. Just side bend the torso and open the part of your right side of your body. Keep breathing. Feel you compressing the left side of your body. Your internal organs are accommodating the breathing while you side bend. And then inhale, bring both hands to the sky. And exhale, release alongside your body. And then stop in this position. Keep your hands on the mat. And start to rolling your shoulders back and down. Feel if you can release any tension in your neck and your shoulders, the back of your the upper back, perhaps your chest. And if you want to change the circle of your shoulders, like I'm doing backwards, I can just start doing forward. And change the sides, change the directions. Place your hands over your knees, and then drop your chin down and roll your back, curl your back. Just bring your navel to the spine. And then inhale, place your hands behind your back, extend your spine. Open your neck. Same thing here, come with your hands towards the front and then curve your spine. Drop your chin down. Look it downwards. And then hands back of your spine and then extend your spine, open your throat. Come back with your hands over your knees. This time, look towards your right and place this right hand behind the back and the left over your right knee and then twist. Keep your sit bones on the floor and twist to the right. Look back towards your right shoulder. And slowly place your hands again in front and then place your left hand behind your back and then turn yourself towards the left. Look back. Twist yourself to the left. One more full breath. And release your back, your torso to the center. Let's do some movements with our neck, like drop your chin down. Look up to the ceiling, open the throat. One more time. Down and up. Pause in the center. Look towards your left. Keep your shoulders the same position. And then bring your chin to the front and then look towards the right. And do it again to the left. Pause in the center and go to the right. And pause in the center. With your right hand over the left side of your head, just drop your neck towards the right, like a side bend on the neck. Don't force or press your head over the hand or vice versa. Just pull your head towards your right. And then release your hand. This time another hand over your head, opposite way. Side bend your neck towards the left. And then slowly release. Please make your way to your all fours on the mat. You can keep your cushion on your mat if you have sensitive knees. Otherwise, you can place outside of your mat and set your arms, hands, knees, and legs in all fours. Make sure that your shoulders are stacked over your wrists and your hips are stacked over your knees. Keep your toes tucked under, and let's start to do some cat and cow tilts. So we can inhale and drop your belly down, look to the ceiling, to a cow, and then exhale, pull your navel to the sky and curl your spine with your head down to a cat. And inhale, let's do it again, and exhale, curl your back to the sky, point your tailbone down, and do it in your own pace of your breath. Give you some movements of flexion and extension in your spine, so we can warm up the spine with these movements and prepare for the sequence that's coming. One more time, inhale, look up, drop your belly down, point to sit bones to the sky, and then release your head and curl your spine, look down. Next time, you just pause at the center. Extend your left leg behind yourself. Extend your back leg, the left one, and then cross over the right. Keep the hips parallel to each other, and then from here side bend and look towards the left foot and the right. A great side bending towards the left, and then come back to the center. Extend this leg first and then place them down. Next time, let's do it with another one. Extend your right leg back, cross over the left side. Keep your hips parallel first and then side bend towards your left. Looking to the left side of your body. Great. Slowly, please take this leg, extend it behind of you, and then place both knees parallel to each other. And from here, extend your hands forward and up to a puppy downward puppy dog. Just with your hands extended in front of you, rest and then lower your chest towards your mat, while your sit bones is pointed to the sky. And if you want to release your head, forehead on the mat, you're welcome to do so. Just opening your chest and your shoulders here. Warming up the front of your side and of your body in this pose. One more full breath. And slowly bring this hand to the tabletop again. Shoulders over the wrists. Make sure that they are very supported, firm. Your hands on the mat. Keep your toes tucked under. And then hover your knees from the mat. Engage the core muscles of your belly and your back muscles. And keep breathing in this pose, holding yourself and your knees from the floor for more 2 full breaths. Next inhalation and exhalation, just drop your knees down. Reset your breath. Find your balance again. Press your hands firmly on the ground and then inhale, hover your knees from the ground and keep breathing here, finding 2 full breaths. Hover all the muscles of your core in this pose. The knee down, hands 2 inches forward with your feet very firm on the ground. Inhale and exhale, lift your hips to the sky to the first downward facing dog. Pedal your feet to give yourself more room in your hamstrings. Firmly your hands on the ground. Relax your heart between your shoulders. Drop your head down. And then point more your sit bones to the sky while you firm everything on the ground. Lift more your hips. One more full breath. Inhale, look forward and step your feet towards your hands in front of your mat to a forward fold. Exhale completely here. Grab opposite elbows and sway side to side to release any tension in your back. Release your hands on the mat. Lift your chest halfway, look forward. Keep your spine aligned and exhale. Release everything forward. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Place your hands on your waist. Draw your shoulder blades together. Rise to the sky. In a standing position, drop your hands alongside your body to a Tadasana pose. Keep breathing in your Tadasana. Feel your pose, your Tadasana from your feet. Stack your pelvis over your feet, your shoulders over your pelvis, your head over your shoulders. Open the chest, release the shoulders back. Feel your ground. Prepare to flow. Inhale, arm to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, halfway lift. Forward fold. Hands on the waist. Right standing. Tadasana. Inhale, look up. Arms pointing the ceiling. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat, step your right foot back. Keep this back knee extended, and from here, frame the front foot with your hands. Open the chest, square your hips. Firm then the right hand on the mat. Open up your chest to the left. One full breath. When you exhale, place your hand down. Step back to a high push-up. From this high push-up, Lean forward just a little with your tiptoes and bend your elbows down so you find your belly on the mat. Point your toes under, keep this hands underneath your shoulders, draw your shoulder blades together, firm the sole of your foot on the ground, inhale to cobra. A baby cobra first. And then exhale, lower yourself down. Again, press your top of your foot on the mat, pubic bone touching the ground, inhale, lift more your chest. Open up. And exhale, lower yourself down. One more time, inhale, lift up. Cobra, and then lower yourself down. Exhale deeply, take your toes under, prepare yourself to a downward facing dog. From a downward facing dog, look forward, step your right foot forward. Between your hands, frame your foot with your hands, look forward, keep your back knee extended, square your hips, open the chest. One full breath here. Firm your left hand on the mat and rise your right hand to the sky, keep your hips in level, open the chest only. Express yourself. One more full breath. Inhale, exhale, place this hand on the mat, look forward and then step forward, forward fold. Bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold again. Hands on the waist. And then rise standing to a Tadasana pose. In your Tadasana, take 2 full breaths. Next exhalation, just sit in an imaginary chair, a chair pose. Check if you can see the toes, the big toes of your feet over your knees. Keep your knees parallel to each other, firm your legs, muscles of your legs together. Take a deep breath. And then lower yourself down just a little more. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the mat, step back with your right foot. And press the ball of your back feet down and rise yourself to a high crescent lunge. The alignments here are pressing the front foot firmly on the ground. Check if your front knee is pointed the same direction of your foot. And then point the tailbone down so you don't compress your lower back. And rise your hands to the sky, but release in your shoulders, soften your shoulders. One more full breath. Inhale, exhale, place your hands on the mat, step back to a high push-up. This time, Chaturanga Dandasana, or lower yourself entirely down. So just lower yourself halfway, point your toes back, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Two full breaths. Inhale, look forward, and step your right foot forward. Same thing here. Press the ball of your back foot very firm on the ground and rise standing on your crescent lunge. In a crescent lunge, point the tailbone down, square your hips, look if the front of your knee is pointed the same direction of your front foot. Relax and soften your shoulders, and breathe. Use the breath as a way to clear the path between your mind and your heart. Inhale and exhale, place your hands between in front of your mat, Step forward and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, rise to chair pose, Uttanasana. One more full breath. Check if you can see your toes from over your knees. Rise more from your pelvis. And then inhale, arms to the sky, a back bend, and then release to your Tadasana again. 2 full breaths. Keep your feet parallel to each other and then close. Find your Tadasana first, inhale, and then sit in an imaginary chair. Sit down more, hands on a prayer, twist yourself to the right. Extend your left leg back and keep this extension. Bind your elbow on your front knee and twist more. 2 full breaths. Release your prayer. Keep your right hand on the waist, the left one on the front of your foot, fingertips on the ground, and hop and lift the back leg from an extension and point your toes down. And then place your hand in front of you to find a revolved half moon. You can use a block if you want in your hands to keep give yourself more height in your hands. And then turn your torso towards your right. Lift up your hand. Keep all the muscles engaged. Point your back toe down. Engage your core muscles as well. Try to look to the right. Revolve it, half moon. Keep breathing. It's a heart pose. Try to enjoy this pose. And then release your hand and foot, everything forward fold. Inhale through your nose and set out through your mouth. Release everything down. Sway your torso to liberate any tension in your lower back. Hands on the mat. Inhale again, half a lift, exhale. Side out. Bend the knees, inhale to a chair pose again. Sit down, hands in prayer. Turn yourself to the left. Keep your torso and your hips in level. Extend your right foot back and the leg. Keep this long stance with your feet. And then bind your elbow on your knee. Twist. Keep your hips in level. Firm the muscles of your legs together. Take a deep breath. Engage your muscles. And twist more if you want. Release a prayer. The left hand on your waist. The right one in front of your foot or on a mat or on the other side of a mat. Fingertips on the floor, hop and lift the back leg, point your toe down, the toes down, flex your foot. Find your balance first, engage muscles of your legs. Keep your hands in a way that you find yourself to twist, and then turn your body to the left, open up your arm. Stay for eyes in a specific point, engage all the muscles, and open up towards the left. Revolve it, half moon. Keep breathing. Find enjoyment in this pose. And then release everything down slowly, foot, hands, and forward fold. Inhale, half a lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands in the waist, bend the knees, standing in Tadasana. Close your eyes for a moment and feel the sensations in your body. You can stand in the top of your mat or in the middle. It's your choice. We are going to perform the dancer pose. So raise your left hand to the sky first. Keep your body in Tadasana. And then open your shoulder, the right hand, palms face outwards. Bend your right knee and bring your ankle towards your hand. You can grab your ankle from inside or from outside. Depends on the rotation of your shoulder. You can use a belt as well if you want to interlace your feet and bring them together. So keep the legs together, knees parallel to each other first. And then any extension, try to lean forward with your torso and lift your back leg. Keep your eyes in the same spot while you find your dancer pose. Back bending, open your hips, keep your eyes engaged, keep breathing. Open the path between your heart and your mind. And slowly bring yourself back. Release the arms alongside your body. Take a deep breath. Tadasana pose, mountain pose. Close your eyes if you can feel the shifts in your body, the heat, the rate of your heart beating. Just feel. What are you feeling? Honor it. Let's do dancer to another side, like you raise your right hand to the sky. Open up your palm, your left palm to the outwards. Bend your ankle and your knee towards your hand, like you can grab from inside or from inside or from outside. Keep your body in a Tadasana first. Legs together to each other. And lean forward your torso while you lift your leg and mount. And then gaze your specific point with your eyes. And stay there. Keep breathing. And express yourself. Perhaps you wanted to draw a little smile on your face. And then slowly bring everything to the center, feet parallel, hands in Tadasana. Release yourself in your breath. Mountain pose. Standing in the top of your mat. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half a lift. Plant your hands on the mat. Step back to a plank. Keep your shoulders over your wrists. Your plank is very solid. And rest your chest between your shoulders. Draw your shoulder blades together to each other. Keep your head in the same shape of your upper back. And hold yourself in this pose for 3 full breaths. Options are, if you wanted to stay with your forearms on the ground, you're welcome to do so. Or with your knees on the mat. It's your call. And then from here, bend your elbows, lower yourself down. Hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale to a high cobra. And exhale, everything down. Once more, press the top of the foot on the ground. lift your caps off your knees. Inhale, high cobra. Draw your shoulder blades together. And exhale, lower yourself down. Adjust yourself on the mat so you can stay with your face on the mat. Your belly down. And you keep your palms of your hands facing down. Open the chest, point your toes down. Keep your chest open. And when you inhale, lift your chest and your foot from the ground, pressing everything in your pubic bone on the ground, and lift your chest and legs, and your palms hover from the ground. Hold yourself in this back bending and for one full breath. And then release everything down, and you can make a bend with your hands to your forehead and shake and your pelvis side to side to release any tension in your lower back. Reset your breath. You can bend both knees. Keep your ankles flexed, your feet flexed, and your ankles close to you. Grab the ankles with your hands, both of them. Reach your both ankles if you want. And then start to press your pubic bone down and lift in your chest. And then pull your feet from your hands and then just lift your legs and knees from the ground with your chest. One more full breath to a bow pose. And then release everything down. Make a bed to your forehead and then release everything down. Pause in the center. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Inhale and exhale. Downward facing dog. From a down dog, place your knees on the mat in a wider shape. Your big toes touch and your hips over your heels to a child's pose. You can extend your arms in front of you in a balasana, extended balasana pose, or you can keep your arms alongside your body, grabbing your heels or your sole of your foot. It's your choice. Just release the tension in your back. From a child's pose, extend your hands if you are not there, and then find a way to be standing over your knees. Options are to stay with your feet pointed or tuck under. In this way, you stay with all the muscles of your legs engaged. You can use a block between your legs, so you can press all the muscles of your legs together to each other and keep the same alignment in your lower back. It's very important to keep it this way. And from here, with your toes tucked under, place your hands between your sacrum and your lower back. The fingers point down. Draw your shoulder blades together. Open the chest and stay in your tadasana, like a seated tadasana, like your pelvis over your knees and chest over your pelvis, shoulders and head. And start to lift your heart to the ceiling. Move yourself from your heart, and then you find a way to back bend with your heart, not compressing your lower back. When you feel very comfortable or engaged in this pose, keep breathing, or find a way to reach your ankles and open the chest. Keep pressing the muscles of your legs towards the block or towards the midline. Open the chest and lift your heart to the sky. One more full breath. Slowly place your hands on your back. Come back to the center and sit over your block or over your feet and your heels. Reset yourself. Close your eyes and feel the heat that your body has created. This time you can try again. Keep the blocks with you. Very firm between your legs. Same thing here. You can reach your heels from the pointed toes or flexed, your feet flexed. Keep everything hug to the midline. Hands in your lower back and sacrum. Fingers point down. Open the chest and lift up your heart. And side bend your heart until you feel very comfortable to reach your both ankles or heels from this pose. And then open more. When you feel ready, just come back slowly to the camel pose. From the camel to the hero's pose, Virasana. Sitting between your legs parallel, you sit between your foot. Keep your spine aligned, or options is always to sit over a book or a block. To ground yourself. Take a deep breath here. Slowly take the block out if you're still using a block. Turn both of your legs towards your left. So you can stay with one leg bent. The sole of the right leg over the left thigh, inner thigh. And from this pose, check if your both of sit bones are touching the ground. Make all the adjustments necessary to keep both of them touching the ground. Both of your hands are on your knees, so you can just sit tall. Lift your left hand to the sky first. Drop behind the back. Keep yourself in this tall position. And then walk with your right hand over your left knee, so you can twist yourself towards the left. And look back. Keep sitting tall and keep your spine aligned. And slowly untwist and then twist on opposite way. One full breath. Great. Bend your both knees. And then draw your knees to one side and another to give a space in your pelvis and release the muscles in your pelvis and your glutes and the lower back as well. This time we're going to turn everything towards the right. So the right leg towards the right, and then the sole of the left leg and the inner thigh of your right leg. And then I sit tall and I keep this engagement and find a way to the sit bones be touching the ground, both of them. Hands on my knees. I lift my right hand to the sky and then I drop behind my back. Keep sitting tall and then I twist towards the right and look back. I slowly come back to the center, and then I just untwist and then twist the opposite way. So I give a space to my lower back and also to my thorax. Take a deep breath and then slowly shake my legs in front of me. Release everything. Engage the heels on the mat. Find my sit bones on the ground. And I sit in Tadasana pose, in the staff pose. Sitting tall with my spine. Keep all the muscles on your core and my back muscles engaged. And then release my hands alongside my body. 3 full breaths. From Tadasana, I point my toes down. Place my hands behind my back. Keep my shoulders and chest open. And I lift my hips to the sky. Vishuddha. Try to keep my chest open and drop my head down while my belly is pointing to the sky and my feet point down. Slowly release everything. It's a very hard pose. We work different muscles in this way. And then from here, this is a good place to use your belt if you want. You just can place the belt of your strap in your feet. You can stay with your knees bent or in front of you. Sit on your sit bones. And then from here, you start getting yourself in a Dandasana, but walking your hands toward your feet in a way to keep your neutral lower back. And then forward fold more towards the feet. Or you can stay using your belt to keep your forward fold in this way. But try to keep your lower back engaged. And in a neutral shape. And forward fold more. As I said, you can just bend both knees. Keep your belly towards your thighs you want. And forward fold. Paschimottanasana. Find a way to lie your back on the mat. You can stay in one supported bridge with your block underneath your sacrum and your lower back. Open the chest, enjoying the pose, resetting yourself in your mind. And imagine in your mind, in your heart, with a clear path in your throat with your breath. Just your muscles in your neck are so relaxed. They don't form any tension between your mind and your heart. And enjoy this pose. You can stay in this supported bridge and perform the last one that is a fish pose. You can just sit over your wrists and your hands, extending your legs in front of you. Point your toes down, open the chest, keeping yourself in this shape, and then place the top of your head down. Open the throat and breathe. Keep pointing your toes. Don't forget to engage the muscles of the legs. And when you find you're ready, you just relax your shoulders and then your back down, release your hands, bring your, if you were in supported bridge, take out the block or the book underneath your back, and then just bring both knees towards the chest to Apanasana pose. Rock side to side, embrace, give yourself a hug, a love here. Perhaps you want to bring your forehead towards your knees. Release, take a deep breath, long exhalations. Rock side to side your lower back, or with your hands on your knees, you can just round. You can give more space in your sacrum. And extend your legs, find your way to your Shavasana. You can use your blanket or your cushion to place a weight over your belly, so you can relax more and enjoy your Tadasana. So allow all the parts of your body be touching the ground. Open the chest, take a deep breath, and then long exhalations. Every exhalation, you drop all the parts of your body touching the ground. And relax your mind and your body through your breath. I will leave you here in Shavasana, and I kind of ask you to stay in Shavasana for more, 4 minutes at least. Before you sit, just perform very slow movements. Be very gentle to yourself. And when you find your way to be seated or standing, thank yourself for showing up and for find a way to keep your mind present. It was a great pleasure for me to stay here tuned with you. Namaste. See you soon.